Hi folks, this is Mike with InkDependence.com. This is a brief video review of Franklin-Christoph's Emerald 357. This is very cool green ink. In fact, it's probably my favorite green ink right now, just full disclosure. I am really liking this stuff. It's in like 3 pens right now. It's probably not coming out for a while. So there's that. This is what it looked like on the inside of the cap. It doesn't really stick. I actually had kind of a hard time getting it to appear in this swatch because I couldn't get enough on my little letter opener to get on there. This is a nice sort of free-flowing ink. It's not exactly wet, I wouldn't say, but it does have a good, I don't know, good flow. Good flow. I've got it in 3 pens that are very different right now. There are these 3. One is this Sheaffer Intensity right here. If you haven't got a Sheaffer Intensity, man, check out Sheaffer Intensities because they are a cool pen. It's a nice, solid, hefty sort of pen. It's got a really great nib on it. The section is metal, but it's a little bit fluted, I think, and so it doesn't... I've written with it for a long time and haven't had any problems. The threads are far away from where your fingers will be. Great pen. All right. I've probably got a review of that one actually up on the site, so if you want to check that out, go ahead. Also, I've got it in this Pilot Night. This is the first ink that's actually been in this Pilot Night. A little cat hair on there. The Pilot Night is an upgrade, sort of, from the Metropolitan. I found this at a pen show for a super good price. It's got the same nib as a Metro, so if you like the Metro, you'll probably like this. I think the Metro is kind of a little bit too smooth sometimes, and that's the case with this one. I need to rough up the nib just a little bit to give it some traction. Seems to just want to skate a little bit. But it has a really nice clip on it. I think this is a great clip. It's got this mechanical springy action. Anyway, that's pretty standard sort of medium pen. And then I've got it in this guy, which is my Panther 40, which I just used for another review. And I was like, wait a minute, I remember using this way back in the Wayback days with my wife's pen that had a music nib on it. This is the Christoph music nib. If you haven't seen one of these, it's affectionately known as a shovel. It's a 1.9 music nib with 2 slits, so 3 times. That's really awesome for this nib, and writes very well. But it's also much larger than the other 3, so you really get to see a workout of this ink. So, just totally kicked my stand. There we go. Woo! Dangerous, dangerous. Alright, so there we go. Oh, shading and sheen. I didn't write anything in there. Well, that's too bad. Let's see. Sheen? No, no sheen on this one. Shading? Yes. Sheen? No. No sheen on this one. It's just a regular old green ink. Nothing crazy going on. It's a nice bright green ink. I'm a big fan of this. Actually, it's looking a little dark on here, but maybe it's just because I'm not getting the right light. It just got real overcast outside. Let me put a little bit more on here. That's as close as I can get the light, unfortunately. Anyway, you have to take my word for it, or just go check out the pictures on the blog. Those are taken in good sunlight. It's got some serious thunderstorms rolling in here, so maybe I'll hurry. Alright, here we go. I don't have a whole lot to say about this ink other than that it's a great green ink. If you like green ink at all, and I do, then this is going to be great. It shades super well. It behaves itself on crappy paper. Here it is on the 20-pound Staples paper that I used, 20-pound copy paper. It's all 3 nibs. You see a little bit, maybe, of feathering in here, but keep in mind, this is a very close-up. I mean, this is thumb for scale, so there you go. But even with the Christoph nib, you only get a little bit of bleed through. With the other ones, it kind of shows, but I mean, it's just, you know, thin white paper, but you get a little bit of bleed, but that's the Christoph nib. That's a 1.9 again. That's a big nib. So unless you're writing with a big nib, and if you're doing that, you're probably writing on decent paper. Don't worry about the show through too much. I think it's great. I mean, up here with like the normal nibs, awesome. All right, so no problems there. So very cool. And this is probably one of my favorite greens. It's supplanting Noodler's Hunter, I think, was my previous favorite straight-up green. But this one is super good. Alright, here it is next to a lot of other greenish inks. Here are green blues. I told you I like green blue inks. So, of course, Emerald 357 at the top. Kujaku, which I actually just got a bottle of. I'm pretty psyched about that. I got a bottle on Amazon for like $11 or something. So thanks Reddit for pointing that out. I snagged the last one. So sorry for the next person who tried to get to it. Cadillac Green, which is looking really dark there. Let me see if I can give you a fresh sample. Let's see. How's it look now? Nope, super dark. This pen, these Conklins, tend to let the ink condense a bit for some reason. I'm not sure exactly why. It's got to be something to do with the construction. But it makes the ink darker than it normally would be. Also, it's kind of a wet stub. So, but it does show off sheen. Maybe you saw, let's see, look at that flash. Where'd it go? I lost it. There it is. Yeah, there's the sheen. So, there's actually quite a lot of sheen in that Cadillac Green. Yeah. Air Core Blue Black, which of course has a greenish cast, and then a black, and then a blue. So there you go. All right, let's see what happens when you squirt some water on this stuff. Green is traditionally very difficult ink to make waterproof or water resistant. I don't expect much here, but one never knows. So there we go. Made a bit of a mess on it there. That's perfect. And that water is turned green already. It's just a matter of seeing what'll be left over when we're done. All right. Go ahead and mop that up. And there you go. Grid lines and everything on there. Not a whole lot left here. You see a little bit here, a little bit in the grid part, but not a whole lot. Up here where it says water test, man, not much at all. So don't get water on this ink. That is a very bad idea. All right, as traditionally, we'll go to chromatography next. And here's the chromatography. If you look here, this is the way it kind of went up. Down here at the bottom, where it, where I started, not really anything left. Everything fled to the top, as you saw in the video. And there's actually a lot of like real nice bright blue in this ink. I kind of want that blue. I have to go with Scott and say, hey Scott, give me that blue, man. But not a whole lot of stuff left down here. So yeah, not looking for it to be too water resistant, which is fine. Not every ink needs to be water resistant. I'm not addressing envelopes with it or anything. And then here is the swatch. Again, looking more army than like bright green. I don't know, like it's a rich bright green. It doesn't look that way on the camera, which is too bad. Go ahead, go to the blog and check out the pictures there. They'll be more representative, I think. So, there you go. Sometimes colors are hard to represent on camera. It's weird that this one's not coming through. But trust me, it's not this dark green you're saying. All right. Anyway, so there you go. This has been Franklin-Christoph's Emerald 357. Thanks very much to Scott for letting me try this out. Formula number 357. I actually just noticed that. This is a 2-ounce bottle. I think it's 59 mils or something of that nature. And they're usually filled pretty good. I've used quite a bit of this ink already. And it's fantastic green, man. If you want a green, go check it out. This is real emeraldy. Very emeraldy. So, go get it. And thanks very much for coming to watch my videos. I always appreciate it. Please leave comments below if you like. I always like to see some comments, and I do reply to them as soon as I can. Also, if you like what I do here at Inkdependence, please go to patreon.com/Inkdependence and become a patron of Inkdependence. Every dollar or... everybody says give as little as you want. Hey, give as much as you want. If you want to give me $50 per month, that's awesome. You're only charged on the monthly basis. I don't do the per review because my review schedule kind of waxes and wanes with the school year. So, there you go. That's my little hype for Patreon. It's a very cool site. I get a few bucks a month, and it's very helpful. It's going to help me out with hosting fees and camera stuff and going to pen shows and buying things for the blog. Anyway, that's what's going to go on there. And peace out. I'll see you later.